Hey everybody, so we had a major contract extension signing happen yesterday, and it involves the Ottawa Senators, who signed defenseman Thomas Chabot to an 8-year contract extension at $8 million per season for the 22-year-old defenseman. And quite honestly, this was an absolute no-brainer from the Senators' standpoint, who really do not have a lot going for them right now. They are one of, if not the worst team in the NHL. Chabot is one of the few bright spots for them, and he's somebody who is already producing at a very high level in the NHL, and they've got a lot, they're a rebuilding team. They've got a lot of prospects. They've got a lot of young players, but a lot of those players haven't proven it at anything at the NHL level yet, where Chabot has. He was their first-round pick in 2015, 18th overall, and in 70 games last year, he had 55 points as a defenseman. Thomas Chabot is the future of the Ottawa Senators' back end. As far as their defense core goes, he is their number one for the foreseeable future. He's only 22 and already performing at a very high level, and this, to me, was an absolute no-brainer. Senators have to build, they are building around Brady Tkachuk up front and Thomas Chabot on the back end. Those are the two cornerstones of this franchise that they are going to be building around for the next 5 years as they go through this rebuild, and you've got to get those guys locked up. Now, Tkachuk is only entering his second season in the NHL, so he's still on his entry-level deal. He's not even eligible for an extension yet. Chabot was ready for an extension, and $8 million per year for a defenseman like him is not bad at all. He certainly isn't a double-digit million guy. He's not an elite NHL defenseman yet, although I think he could be, especially the fact that he already had 55 points last season. What's stopping him from, as he gets better and more developed, from being a 70 to 80 point guy on the back end? Really not a whole lot standing in his way. But, he had a breakout year last year, and he's, I think, proving that he is the real deal and going to be the real deal on the back end there. And the Senators have to lock those players up, because things aren't good in Ottawa right now, and it's going to be, I think, a few years before they get back to winning a lot of hockey games. But when you get a franchise level player like this, you've got to make sure that you keep them. So I mean, just very deal that had to get done for the Senators. You have to lock him up long term. They've done that. And not at a bad price at all, because I think he's going to be well worth $8 million per year when he gets into the prime of his NHL career. And he really, he's still so young at 22. When he gets to be 25, 26, 27, I think you're going to have one of the best offensive defensemen in the NHL on the Ottawa Senators in Thomas Chabot. So, just great deal, something that the Senators needed to do. Someone that they absolutely have to keep, and they've done that. So 8 years, $8 million per year is not a bad price for this level of defenseman, and I think he's going to be one of the main building blocks for the Senators team going forward, without a doubt. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.